Tamara here, nice of you to join me, and a very warm welcome to my channel. It's lovely to have you here with me today, and in today's video we are on part 10 of the wardrobe and albums project that we've been doing, and this is going to be page 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. So it's quite there's quite a lot to get through, but it's a very simple page because it's like a pocket page that we are going to do. So if I bring in the one that I've already made, so we've already done this page on here, so this is the pocket page, and as I say, it's 3 and 4, 5 and 6. So all it is like it's a pocket page, and we've got a booklet inside. Then we open the booklet up and we've got our pop-up aeroplane pop-ups in there, like so. I'm really loving these ones. They're really nice. And then what I've done here with these is I've cut out the pattern paper that I've got scraps, and I've just cut it into 2-inch squares and then stuck that on, and it's just worked out beautifully, and it just looks like it's always supposed to be like that. So that's that page, and then this one is virtually the same again with the pop-up, but this time I've added some journaling spots on the side here. Again, that's entirely up to you, and I've put some journaling spots on the bottoms of those, just so that you know, being a bit more pattern paper conscious. And then these were just the cutter parts that I just put on. You don't have to put these on if you don't want to. I just quite liked it, so that's what I did. So that's our jobs for today. But a little bit of housekeeping. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it if you do. It really does help me out and helps my channel grow. Please comment and like something as well. I love to read everybody's comments. Come and join me on all the social medias, and all the links as always are in the description box. Check out that description box as well, because there is in there as well the PDF cutting guide that you can download, and then you've got all the measurements there with you. So let's get on with our page. So giving you the measurements, so we're on page 3, 4 and 5 and 6. So you'll need the booklet holder, and that's part 1. Okay, so you'll need to cut 2 of these, and they need to be 7 3/4 by 3. So that'll be these ones here. So 7 3/4 by 3. Then you'll need to cut out part 2, and that's going to be 6 1/4 by 3, and that's them there. And you'll need some pocket protectors, and you'll need to cut 4 of these at 1 inch by 6 3/4. So before we carry on, what we'll do is we'll finish these first, and then we'll go on to the next part. So taking the bigger piece of part 1 for the booklet holder, score along both of the short sides at 1/2 inch. Okay, like so. So we'll do that on both of them while I've got them there. 2. Fold them over. Let me just move this out of the way for a second, and then just burnish these down, increase them score lines like so on both of them. Okay, then taking your second part of the booklet page, we're going to place them. You can either put them so that these are underneath like so, or you can put them on top. Now I'm going to put them on top. No, I'm not. I'm actually going to put them underneath. Now because I've put them underneath, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take off 1/8 of an inch off that side, because then when I put these in, it's going to sit flush. Okay, now you can, if you want to, leave them and have them on the outside. It's entirely up to you. Either way works. It's just personal preference. So I've done that for that. So we need now to put our double-sided tape and our glue on the valley fold side of that pocket. So you need to put this as near to the outer edge as you can, okay, because then that means it's not going to buckle or come up or come away. So let's just take that off. I'm going to put some glue on here as well. And then put our page protector. Put your second piece to that inside, and then fold over those edges. Remember to push this down and away from you so that you can get all those air bubbles out. You will get some bowing, but it won't be as much. So that's one. And then this is two. So again, your double-sided tape. Oh, and I must admit, I'm melting. Oh, I'll put that on the inside. It is so warm here tonight. It is unbelievable. So take that double-sided tape off the backing, put your glue on and on here. Okay, get your second piece, line it up, okay, push down and over, one, push across, get all that air bubbles out, and then push that down as well. And then that is your pocket done, ready now to go on to your book. But I'm not going to just yet, because I think I'm going to decorate them first. So that's them done. So the next job on our list, I'm going to tick these off because I've done them. So that one and that one. So now we come on to booklet. So we need the part 1, which I think is this one here. This will be the booklet. So you've got a part 1 and a part 2. Okay, so I'm going to just put part 1 and part 2 together. So with this we need to score at, so we need to score on the short edge at 1/2 inch. So with the long measurement down the side and then the short measurement along the top, we need to score this at 1/2 inch. So that's one of those, and then the other one, which is this one, and again at 1/2 inch. Okay, move that out of the way again, bring this back in. So with your part 1 and part 2, we're going to marry them up together. So I'm just going to burnish those score lines down like so. Okay, so grab your part 1, and this is going to fit inside like that. Okay, so we need to put the double-sided tape on the valley fold side, and again as near to that outer edge as you can get it. I've got a bit of fluff stuck on my tape. Off you come on, off you pop. Okay, push that down done that one. I'll do the other one while I'm here as well. Okay, burnish those down. Okay, take off that backing. Okay, and I'm going to put some glue on as always. So we've got a little bit of wiggle room. Get your part 1, and that's going to sit, so you're going to place it over part 2 and try and push it into that scored line. Okay, line it up top and bottom, and then when you're happy, push that glue tab down. Okay, and then that's your booklet done. That's one. So grab the next one, and again glue part 1, part 2, push it in like so, and then push it down, and then that's your booklets done like so. Now if you want to, you can have it going this way so that you've got the fold on the inside. It's entirely up to you. I'm just going to keep it as it was, like that. So that's your booklets done. So we need also now to score our page protectors. Now these, we've got 4 of these, so score all 4 at 1/2 inch. Okay, along the long edge. So all 4 of these. There we go. So that's all 4. So that's them done. So I can tick them off. So I've done the page, but the protectors, I've done that, and I've done that. Right, the pop-up element. Now these, we need to cut 6 of these at now did I give you the right, if I didn't give you, so for the booklet, so part 1, you need to cut 2. I think I did give you the measurements for those. So the pop-up elements, we are going to need 6 of these, and they're going to be cut at 4 inches by 3 1/4. Okay, so I've already got mine here. So I've cut my 6 out, so this is what they look like. And then you need to do these score lines on all 6 of them. Now I've done 5 already, so you need to score them at 5/8, at 1 5/8, and at 2 5/8. And you'll need to do all 6 of those. Okay, and then fold them and score them down so we can burnish those down. So let's two more to do. I will burnish these down in a second. I'm just getting them done so that they were folded. Okay, so the next thing on our list is for the topper for the pop-up. Now for this, it needs to be 9 by 6 1/4. Okay, and you'll need to do 2 of these again, and then you need to score at 4.5. Cut 2. So I've done one here, so you need it to at 9 by 6.25, and then you need to score it with the short edge along the top at 4.5. Okay, so that's my one done. So let's do this one, 4.5, and then that's all your scoring done. So now it's time to start to decorate with our pattern paper. Now with the this particular setup, this page, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a paper piece. So I'm going to start with the bottom of my paper and then work up so that I create that picture on my page. I'm going to be using the 8x8 paper size for this. You can use your 12x12s, but it is a little bit more difficult because obviously the images are bigger. So this works really well with the 8x8. So I'm going to start with giving you the pattern paper piece sizes as you would put them on, but I will give you some other sizes and measurements as we go because of how I'm working. So if you was to just use your pattern paper to cover your cardstock, these are the measurements that you will need. So you will need to cut 4 of these, which is the base page or the pocket page, at 2 7/8 by 6 5/8. Now if you're going to do the pattern piecing like me, you will need to cut this down to 2 3/8 by 6 5/8. Okay, so that we allow for the pocket protector on the top. So you will also need your pocket protectors, and you need to also do 4 of these, and it's cut them at 3/8 of an inch by 6 5/8. You'll also need 4 of the booklets, and they are going to be cut at 6 3/8 by 6 3/8, and the toppers cut 4 of these as well at 4 3/8 by 5 7/8. Now as we go through, I will give you some other measurements as well for how I'm doing it. The measurements, as I say, that I've just given you are if you use full pieces of your pattern paper. Now I'm obviously not doing that. I'm going to be doing something else. So I've got my 8x8 page here, and I need to cut it down. So you need to work out what you want left on your image. Now I want this bird, so I'm going to cut from this side. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just trim it down first of all, a 1/2 inch on one side, and turn it over and do 1/2 inch on the other side. Okay, so that brings me to 7. Now this needs to be 6 5/8, so I'm going to cut off an eighth of an inch off one side, turn it round and do an 1/8 of an inch of the other side, and then that brings me to 6 3/4. So I'm gonna just trim the next piece off here to bring me down to my 6 5/8, like so. So that then is my 6 5/8. That's my biggest measurement that I need. So I'm going to work from the bottom upwards. So I'm going to work with it this way. So I need to cut this part for my page base first. So this is going to be cut at 2 3/8. Not the 2 7/8 what I've quoted in there. That's if you are doing the full part. So 2 3/8. I nearly did that wrong. So 2 3/8. So that goes onto my bottom page like so, and it will fit down, because don't forget we're going to have our page pocket, our page protector on the top there. So the next we need to cut our bit for our page protector, and that is going to be at 3/8 of an inch. Okay, like so. So that goes next. So next we need to then do the top here. Now I've measured it at 4 inches. So I'll cut that bit off there. So that then is my top of my page. So we can now start to assemble. Now I've rounded my corners at the top here of my paper, my pocket page, but I didn't need to because of the pocket protectors going on the top. But I have rounded my corners on my booklet. The only other thing that I am going to do is I am going to ink my edges. Now I'm using the Ground Espresso. It's one of my favourite colours. So I know I've inked the top, I didn't need to, but I like it to be a bit uniformed. So just doing the page protector now. I've gone and had my nails done today, and that looks so bright on, although it is very bright, but it does look very bright on screen. I love nail day. So now we can go ahead and start to put it all together. So I am going to put my bottom bit on first, and I forgot to put the pin in. So this is going to go on the bottom here. Now, one thing I have forgotten to do, which I'll do in a second, is cut this bit down, because my booklet is smaller than this measurement here, but we'll do that in a second. So I'm just going to put my double-sided tape on my pocket protector, and again this goes on the valley fold side. And it is going to fit over the top of that pocket. So take that off. Take that off. Okay. Now you have got 2 of these, but I'm just going to do the one for the moment. Now what I've done is silly. I just need to put this one back on. You only need to take one double-sided backing off for the moment, because that's going to fit into our pocket, and then that's going to allow us to then get our pocket page in our pocket protector into the correct position. So all I'm doing is just guiding it so that it's right into that crease, and then just guide it over. A bit of double-sided stuck there. So bring it over, and when you're happy, just burnish that down, and then that's your pocket protector done. And just take this out now, and then we can take this double-sided tape off, and we can just push that underneath onto our pocket, and then that's done. So now all we need to do is get this into position where it goes. I think it goes there. It does. So put your glue on. Make sure you've got it the right way. I have. And can you see it's working out now? You can see how it's coming together. So next is our top piece here. Now this needs to be cut down to, I think it was, let me see how big the booklet is, 6 3/8. So this is 6 5/8. So I'm going to take it down 1/8 of an inch either side, like so, and then when I put this on in the middle, it is hopefully going to be, it's going to line up. So I'm just going to round my corners on the top here. Oh, silly, I've done the wrong one. I've done the bigger rounder than I should have done. Okay, never mind, let's just make it even. And I should have done the 1/4 inch, and I picked the wrong one, but never mind, it'll do for the moment. It doesn't look too bad. Okay, so tape, oh sorry, not tape, glue on the back of this one, and this just goes on the top like so. Okay, push that down. Now what I will do here is I will put some white card, and that is going to measure, that's going to measure 2 3/4. So 2 3/4 by 6 3/8. 2 3/4. And then what you could do is you could round the corners if you wanted to, on all 4 sides, but I'm going to just do the bottom ones. Right, so I've cut out my white card, rounded my edges. Now I am going to use one of the stamps from the field notes, and I'm going to use the, I don't know what you would call that, this shape here, and I'm going to make it so that it's going to create a border. And I'm using Versafine Claire, and this is quite a juicy pad, so I won't need to off stamp it first. So what I'm going to do is stamp the middle, or as near in the middle as I can remember or get it. Then I'll stamp off to the side, I'll line them up and stamp off to the side like so, and then do it again, and then stamp off this side. Okay, so you've created a sort of a border along there. Let me just get some, wipe this off my mat. I don't want it to stain. Just quickly put that back on my acetate sheet so I don't forget to lose it. Put the lid on. I am going to just turn my fan on quickly just to dry this. There we go. So put that back up there, move that away, and bring in your booklet, and this is going to fit on the bottom of our page like so. And then you've got some nice space on there just to do a bit of journaling on. So there we go. Now using a coloured pen to write on here would look really, really nice. So again, if you wanted to, you could put some pearls along the top there, but I'm just going to leave it like so. Find what I've done with my page, and then this is going to fit into our page, or our page pocket like so, so that when it's in your book it just looks like a page. Now I'm not going to put anything else over the top of this, I'm going to leave that as it is. So bring in your book, and this is going to go onto our second hinge. So I'm taking that out for the moment. Now with this, because I'm going into the hinge, I want to mitre these corners at the corners. So you just need to mitre those like so. Bring in your double-sided tape, and this goes on both sides of your hinge, and again as near to that top edge as you can, like so. Burnish that down and take it off. Now we'll put a bit of glue, but the glue is going to go onto the bottom here of my pocket page, and I'm going to put it on one side, go along, and then just push them together and then pull them apart, so then you've transferred some of that glue. So then this is going to go into that hinge. Make sure that you've lined it up. I've lined it up with my bottom page there, like so, and then push it down when you're happy. Okay, there we go. And then that's going to go into our pocket like so, and it will, unfortunately, that's what I didn't account for that hinge. So maybe what I should have done is just put it on. I'm just going to take that off quick. Yeah, so what I think I may do is I'm going to take the double-sided tape off that one hinge like so, wipe off the glue on the front and have that as an open pocket. So if I wiped it off the wrong way, and then glue the back. So glue the back and then push that in like so, and push that in, and then this should then fit all the way down to the bottom. When it's dry. Let's try it now. There we go, that's better. And then that fits all the way down. And I've just left this bit open here. It always sometimes happens, there's just so many different elements that you have to remember, that sometimes until you've actually done it, you can then work out which measurements are wrong. So I think what I would do with this top measurement is just pull that up a little bit so it comes up there, but we probably will do that on the next one. So that's page 1. So we've got to then cover the back and the back of this, and also then put our hinge strip onto the back of this part here, but we will need to obviously do that all first. But let's get on to doing our decorating the inside of our booklets. Now in the measurements I did say that the booklet, the covers should be 6 3/8 by 6 3/8, but what I'm going to do is I've just cut some 2-inch squares, and I'm going to paper piece my squares on here to act as my paper. And it's a good way to get rid of or to use up all of your scraps that you may have. So all it means is we can just start to place our pieces on. So to put them on, remember, if you've rounded your corners, you need to make sure you round the correct corners on these. So I've just rounded that one edge there. So I'm going to start with this corner here, and I'm just going to place it on and giving myself about a 1/8 of an inch gap between the edges. Okay, and then I'll do this side, and then I can then square up the one in the middle. Again, that's got a rounded corner on just one end, so we can put that one on like so, and then just go all the way around until you've filled up the page, just as long as they're level, going through the middle and such. You should have no problem. There we are, the last one, or the last row should I say. There's me saying don't forget. So there, and the last one again. Like so. Pull that over a little bit. So that's one page done. So then you can go on and do the next one, and I will see you in a moment. So that as time jump, and they're done. So now we come to put on our pop-up. So this is the aeroplane type pop-up, but I've done it where we've got a bigger piece. So you will need your pieces that we've cut out before. So you'll need 3, because there's 3 per page or per booklet. So with these, we need to put our double-sided tape along this outside mountain fold side tape, and we need to put that on all 3 pieces. So you again, I'm going to do a bit of both, double-sided and glue. Two, 3, 4, 6. So that's that done. Now with this, burnish them down. We're going to take, you need to place it in the center of where your join is. So I'm just going to take off one double-sided strip for the moment, add our glue like so, and then we're going to get it and place it. The edge here is going to be put onto just by that scored edge, not over it, but just near it, probably as near as you can get. Okay, like so. Make sure that it's level and you get that's in the right place. Burnish that down, and then we're going to fold the piece in half, okay, like so. Take your double-sided tape off of the other side, add your glue, okay, like so, and then we're going to fold this page over onto the top of that. Okay, and then we know we're going to get it in the right place. Burnish that down and pull it open, and then you will have that triangle type mechanism in the middle. So now what we need to do is these need to be attached to the side of these. So again, take off your double-sided tape, add your glue and fold it over so that you've got the scored edge showing and you're holding onto that glue tab with your nail or your finger. And then we're going to place this just below that top peak, so just below this top peak here. So you're going to put it on. When you've got it where you want to, just let go of that glue tab that you're holding with your nail. Let it go. Okay, and then that you should get that in the right place. Burnish that down. Again, turn it over if you have to, and just burnish the top like that. And then that then is in the correct position. Okay, do the same thing. Take your double-sided tape off of the second glue tab, add your glue, fold it over so that it's folded double, and then just fold it in on itself so you encase it. Okay, burnish it really well, and then that's your second part. So what we're actually creating is a bed for our topper to fit on top of. So take off the glue tab of your last pop-up mechanism, add your glue, and I'm going to turn this around so I can work on from my right hand side and do the same thing. Just sit it just near that scored edge, let go, and then just burnish that down. Okay, as much as you can. Bring it over and bring it up, and do the same with this one. Take off the tape, add the glue, take off any bits that have got stuck, add the glue, turn it over, bend it double, and then push this down like so. And then that's your pop-up mechanism done. Okay, so that's done. So next what we need is our topper. Now the topper is going to fit into that groove, okay, like so. Now what you can do, if you want to, you can paper this first, which I think I'm going to do because I'm going to add my photo mats to this. So I'm not going to have pattern paper on my pieces. I'm just going to have my pattern paper, and I'm going to just use my photo tool to punch into topper itself. So I need my ruler just so that I can double check. So that's 6 1/4 and 4 1/2. So if I do a 6 by 4, I should be able to get that in. Get it level, push down. One more. There we go. So that then should be my topper done. So we're not actually going to put anything on this side because this is what's going to attach to the pop-up mechanism. We're just going to put it here. So we need to cut our our white card at, what did I say? Let's try 6 by 4. Let's try 6 by 4. Let's try 6 by 4 1/4, just to be safe. I can always cut it down if it's too big. So then this is going to fit in here, like so. So that's 1. And then this one fits in there. So yes, I just need to turn this down just a tiny bit. So I'm going to take off 1/8 of an inch off of this. Like so. That should then hopefully give me enough space to put my pieces in, and it does. There we are. Just push that up. No, on this side, yeah. So this needs to be cut down again, just a 1/2 inch, like so. And then that fits in there better. There we go. So that worked out to be 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. So it's a bit of a odd size. Maybe not that odd. Let's try that again. So let's put this in here. So with this I will add in our stamp. So with this one I'm going to just use the one that is free. So with this you could put a 2 by 3, a 3 by 4 you could put on here as well. You could do a 3 by 3 or a 4 by 4 you could put on there. So let's cut out those. So let's go with the 3 by 4. 3 by 4, like so. And then that 3 by 4 could go on the top there, like so. And then you've got space here to journal. Okay, so I will put that up the top there. So let's get the 3 by 4 out. And my stamping block and the versifying clay. Stamp up. Please don't get any. Please don't get any. So I'm going to put that at the top there. Your 3 by 4 photo here, and then I'm going to put this one down at the bottom. So your 3 by 4 photo there. And then what you could do is up here you could draw some lines to show that you can journal there as well, or you can watch this space. That's all I'm saying. It's all I'm saying. Corner rounder, get the right corner rounder shape this time, which is my 1/4. Just round them corners on both sets, like so. And then these go into your topper, like so, in there. And that one that goes this side, in there, in there, in there, in there, like so. I don't know why. How do I get it all the time? Take off that sticky tape. Okay, so to attach our topper, so we need to have our double-sided tape and glue. I'm going to try glue for the moment because I want to make sure that I've got some wiggle room. So you need to put glue on the bed of your pop-up mechanism, okay, like so. Get it into place, so make sure that you line it up with the bottom and the top, okay, like so. And if you just squeeze it up, okay, then what you do is you push it down and you're going to put something heavy on the top of it. So I have got my corner rounder and a punch, and I'm going to leave that to set. Okay, so I have finished the pages 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 now. I just did them off camera because we'd already done one together. So the only thing that I changed, which you wouldn't have done, you will have done because I gave you the correct measurements, is you would have made this part here at 4 inches instead of 3.5, which I did on this one, and because I forgot to allow for the closure of the pocket page, so that's why I've left mine open here. But yours will be closed, and you would have done your 4 inches here, because if I had closed that up I would have ruined the look of that page, so I kind of opened it up as I showed you in the video. So that was that page. Then all I've added is just I've just cut out some little cogs and added those, and a sentiment here says travel with a paper clip, and then I've just cut out some of the little boxes with the lines in, just to add onto that paper clip there, so that you can write a little something on there as well. Again, I've left this page blank because I've paper pieced it, and then just added my white cardstock at the bottom so that you can add some journaling on. And again, on the inside, I've just cut out those 2-inch squares and covered my backing, my booklet with that. And then on these, again, I've just added your 3x4 photo here, and then I've cut out a couple more of those stamps from the field notes with that says date, location, and in the photograph, and then this one says it happened on this day, and I've just tucked them into those photo holders there so that you can either take them out or put them in. It's up to you. They're really handy. They are very handy. And then that all gets put into our pocket page, and then turn over again. This page is pretty blank, but you can add photos on the back, and I've just added a ticket, it's not a ticket, sorry, a tag here I've cut out, and then just put some white cardstock on the back, and then another one of those writing boxes underneath there, like so. So that's those 2 pages done. So we've only got 2 pages left to go. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment on this video. Every subscriber, every comment, every like really does help my channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. Please don't forget to follow me on social media. All the links, as always, are in that description box down below, along with the PDF cutting guide. The downloadable link will be there as well as the links to my shop, tomorrowmortoncrafts.com, where you can buy these stamps here and the kit for the wardrobe and albums project as well. You can buy that kit as well. So wherever you are in the world and whatever you're doing, have a really good day, and I will see you again on the next one. Bye.